Hi guys! It feels like it's been a really long time since I actually finished an insert, but I have finally done one and I thought I would give you a look at it. You can see it's quite full, so there were definitely some super thick pages in here and I feel quite pleased with this one. It's been a long time. I've got my dates in here, so the 10th of June to the 23rd of September, and I really can only blame the fact that it's been winter and my creativity definitely does tend to drop off in the winter, so I guess that's why it's taken so long to actually have another one of these inserts to film for you. A lot of these pages, as usual, there are process videos for. I can't link all of them for you, but there are a few that won't, and I will point those ones out too. So this was a page for Kelly stamps. I love this alpha. It's the perfect size for these traveler's notebooks, and I think this book, I did try to incorporate a few more pages that had multiple photos in them rather than just the single one. This one here just was so simple, just used a couple of scrap paper and some of these butterfly embellishments from Citrus Twist. Oh, now this is definitely a cheat page. I've got the link down below in my description box, but this page was all the way back maybe even last year for my first digital stamp documenting class from Big Picture Classes. So if you want to see how this page came together, then head over and check out that class. There are a whole bunch of free digital stamps when you do the class as well. And I think Big Picture Classes do a week free membership. So if you're not already signed up with them, sign up, take the class, get your free stamps, all good. I think this is probably half the problem with this insert, is I started off really bulky really fast. So this is a full page shaker pocket, which I love, the glass half full kit from Brandy Kincaid and Feed Your Craft. This was a fully digital page, so these are all little digital elements that I printed. I redid one of the cards so that it was a full page traveler's notebook size, and then printed this glass half full stamp on vellum so that I could hide my journaling underneath, and then filled in the front of the page with this really pretty sequin mix. Not going to say too much about this page. This was a little bit of a page that I put together. It's more sort of a get it out of your head kind of page. I was having a real struggle day and did a page and felt better. So there's always that option for your notebooks as well. This page was, I think, part of a haul that I had done. I really love it. I love the stamp. The quality of the stamps wasn't great, but I love the sort of stitch texture that it adds without having to do any actual stitching. Oh, and this was when I discovered like pre-sticky, what do you call them? I don't know. They're sequins, but they've already got the little glue on them. So, so much easier than having to use wet glue to stick down sequins. This page definitely had a process video using some of the free digital elements from Citrus Twist. I can't remember how long this was. I think this might have been August or September, but I still really love it. It's perfect little wintry page, even though we've definitely moved on to spring now. It's still nice to see these winter pages documented. Rainbow page, so this well must have been into September, I think. September was my rainbow month. Still love this. I still love this paper and all of this stamping down here with the conversation starter stamp from Citrus Twist. I really loved this technique. This page didn't have a process video. It was for a Feed Your Craft kit, and I can't remember which one it was, but I did this sort of ombre stamping with one of the stamps in the kit, and I had done these rows first, the pink, the lavender, blue and teal, two different teals, just colours to match my photo, and then I wasn't sort of happy with how blank this page looked, so I just went ahead and re-stamped over the top with these slightly darker stamps just to add a little bit more emphasis to it. And again, this page was another Feed Your Craft kit and didn't have any process video to it either. All of these strips of words was one 4x6 journal card that I chopped up to spread across my page. Those like horizontal 4x6 cards are slightly harder to use in a traveler's notebook, so this is definitely one way you can fit them in there, is to cut apart the pieces from them, either the phrase or maybe images if there's images on there, and use them as embellishments. Definitely a process video for this. The first layout with my soon-to-be nephew, didn't realise it was a nephew at the time, just a precious baby, but now we know it's a little boy, and I can't wait to make a few more pages about him, possibly not quite as girly as this one. This was just another page that I had done. The lovely Laura had sent me some bits and pieces of Happy Mail, so I had to immediately use them and just document a few things that were going on right now, exactly. This is another page using a Feed Your Craft stamp set. Actually, I think it was a kit, because I cut this out of a journal card. I just used a punch to punch a little embellishment here and then did a whole bunch of stamping and journaling. And another coffee page. This stamp set, and I can't remember the name. Yeah, caffeinated stamp set. One of my favorites, can't stop using it. This is a newer page that I had gone back into the book. I don't work back to front, I work throughout the book to try and keep it a bit more even so that I can keep the book as flat as possible, especially for filming videos. So this was one that I had gone back in and filled out this page purely just to document cup of coffee, which actually, cheekily enough, this isn't coffee. This was my alternative to coffee, so there is no journaling on this page, but I know that it's a fake cup of coffee. No process video for this one either. This was for the last Kelly Stamps release, and I've just got a wee flap here with a photo and some embellishments for some hidden journaling. And I did do, I'll link that up here, I did do a little tutorial on how to create these chipboard pieces. They're like DIY chipboard pieces that are perfect for traveler's notebooks because they're not too bulky unless you put them in an already bulky page like this. This is this background is a perfect ombre of my photo, and that's because it is my photo blurred out, and then I used the digital stamps as a mask. So that's how I managed to get this ombre page to coordinate so nicely with my photo. This is a very old page from Citrus Twist. There was a process video for this with a little bit of hidden journaling and my very messy syrup-faced pup. And again, there was a process video for this too, and this is when I started to go a little bit crazy with these bulky embellishments. You can see that, this crepe paper ruffle, which also has foam underneath it, so I obviously was not super concerned about how bulky this book was going to get, but now I know I will not do it like this again. This is another page with no process video. I was just using up scraps and bits and pieces on my desk. There is a little bit of texture behind this photo where I added a little piece of netting. Is it called tulle? I don't know. I had a little scrap left over on my desk, so I added that in behind the photo, and I really like the texture that it gives you. And I just went through my little box of die cuts and picked out a few other ones to add to here, but again, this was another page with multiple photos. And I think we're getting towards the end of the book here. This was one of the pages for one of my mood boards, so I'll link that up there if I can find it. There was no process video for this. It was just to show you how simple you could make a mood board page if you wanted to, using This Girl Needs a Coffee stamp from Kelly Stamps and a full page photo. And then the last page in my book, I had created these little, I don't know, award banners, Shaker Pocket award banners, inspired by I Am Absolutely Alice, and had used a few little pieces from, I think it's Willow Lane, and just a few alpha stickers to create this really simple page. And then when I put this into the pocket and flipped it over, I just die cut a photo to fit the same shape and then added my journaling in behind there. So it looks like a super simple page of just little scrappy pieces, but it does actually have a photo and a story in there as well. And as always, never anything on the back page. So that is this one all done. Now, I really love this book. I am really glad to be finished with it though. Once they get this bulky, they are really hard to work with. So I much prefer doing this and looking back through them rather than actually working in there. And I have another one that I must have started at a similar time, and I am just about finished that one too, so you can expect another walkthrough very soon. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.